everybody, off today once again. East here, and again we are going to class, but today's a little different. I don't know if you can see a difference on the camera, but we're shooting with the new camera today. I just picked it up last week, and it is the Sony Action Cam FDR-X1000V. I know that's a mouthful, but so let's get down to what's so special about this camera. First thing is it shoots 4K video. Now that won't mean much right now because it is shooting at 1080p, 30 frames a second on stabilization mode with no case. It is directly mounted on my helmet with the 3M dual lock and plugged in straight to the microphone that runs through my helmet. It ends up right in the front of my mouth. So there was a few people who emailed me saying that they watched one of my other videos on the review of the other Sony Action Cam, the AS100V, and they were like, hey, how did you get the audio so good? Well, it's because it's hooked up to a microphone, so you're not getting the audio from the camera itself. Now the camera does have its own microphone that does pretty well actually, but it's so clear because I got the microphone, a wired microphone plugged into it and wired through my helmet, so that's what's picking up the audio. Okay, so don't buy this camera and then put it on the side of your helmet and expect to talk through your helmet and get the audio that you're getting now. It's not gonna happen. All you're gonna get is a bunch of wind and maybe a little bit of what you're saying. So why another action cam? Sony Action Cam, I should say. Because GoPro didn't do anything to make me want to switch back over to them, and Sony didn't do anything with the Action Cam to make me want to leave them, is why I got into the Action Cam and not the GoPro. And what's funny is I see a lot of people choosing the other options now. It used to be, you know, GoPro had the market, and now with all these other, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Sony Action Cam is great, but there's actually more cameras out there that I think you should take a look at and review. And bottom line is, it all boils down to, what are you going to use it for? The GoPro imaging is actually really nice. The only problem that I have, and that I had with it, and I still have with it, is there is no stabilization mode. And for me, that's not going to work out because, first of all, I really don't do any post editing. What you guys hear and see is pretty much what happens, and simply because I don't have time for it. Now, if you have a whole production team, or maybe you just have a lot of time on your hands, maybe that's what you do professionally, then, and if you like the video that comes out of the GoPro, maybe that's the way to go. I think the GoPro excels underwater, that's for sure. But see, underwater, you don't need the audio. And again, this is why I picked the Sony Action Cam, is because I really need that audio. And so when I put it in the I shouldn't say underwater, because it's not really a diving underwater case. You can go underwater with it, but I'm not sure if they worked out the depth. I know with the AS100V, the depth was like 16 feet. that you could bring that thing down. Plus, I believe with the lens not being flat, I believe that the Sony Action Cam doesn't really excel underwater in comparison to the GoPro. Now with my own testing, I don't really see the difference, but I've seen some other YouTube videos that have proven it. So, you know, they say seeing is believing, so yes, that's what I believe, that underwater, with the current underwater housing that it comes with, the GoPro will give you better video for underwater shots. And with that being said, the underwater shots don't really need the audio. So, you know, they didn't develop the housing for the GoPro to go underwater and have good audio. Now on the other hand, with the Sony Action Cam, they have a waterproof housing, and guess what? You can still hear through it way better than you can the GoPro. I mean, it's not even a contest. The audio from the GoPro, outside the case maybe, inside the case, forget about it. And it's funny because I'm not really biased to either or. I mean, I had the money to get, I didn't really care what camera I got or what brand. I don't care. All I care about is, are you gonna perform for the task that I want you to perform in? And if it's no, then I'm not gonna go with you, period. I don't care what you're called. I don't care what your brand is, how shiny your commercials are. I really don't care. So, you know, I actually really wish that the GoPro would have fixed all that stuff with the GoPro Hero 4, but they didn't. And so, but that's okay. I'm not saying that I wanted to go GoPro because the Sony Action Cam wasn't fulfilling my needs. Absolutely not. In fact, I have really grown to really absolutely love this Sony product. I don't know, to me it honestly produces a better video to me. The only one complaint that I do have is a little bit of the fisheye, but again, that's kind of negated because that's only in the super wide angle or the wide angle. From where the video that I shoot is almost 95% gonna be on stabilization mode, because I need the things that I'm doing needs that, holy cow, the sun, it needs that feature so that I can just take it home, download it to my computer and upload it to you guys. I do not have the time or energy, nor do I want to have the time, I think, to be stuck doing that stuff. I'd rather be shooting more video. So I will probably do a review. And guys, there's a lot of reviews out there in the Sony Action Cam. I really suggest you check it out. There's also a lot of reviews on the GoPro, of course. Right now, the Sony Action Cam FDR-X1000 and the GoPro 4 are the industry's leading action cams right now. But keep your eye out for other cameras that might be coming up out there. I don't, you know, I'm pretty sure there's room left for improvement, and I'm actually counting on that, so we can, you know, guys like me who are putting out videos for you are able to get those action, you know, cameras packed with features, so that we can spend more time out here filming and less time, you know, in post-production. Because if I'm doing that, then I'm not doing this, which is going to school. So we're actually getting killing two birds with one stone right now. That's getting on the bike, getting a little ride in, going to school, and shooting a video. How about that? That's what you call efficiency and productivity. Well, anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe to my channel. I will be getting you more interesting videos. I'm sorry that right now it's just on my commute to school, but we still have a lot to talk about. If you guys are interested in the camera and you have any questions, please leave a comment or message me, and I'll try and get back to you ASAP. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'm almost to school, so for now, ease out.